Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tuxedo Vaile, and welcome to another vlog, because that's what this channel's all about, right? Yeah, no. No, I was going to have some Metro footage for you here today, but, well, I mean, my dad stopped by in town. I was not expecting him. He was trying to call me, apparently, but my phone's busted, so no offense to him, nothing bad there. It's just, it wasn't expected and kind of interrupted my plans a little bit. So for that, I'm sorry. The other thing here, though, too, that kind of subtracted away from doing too much is it's my roommate's birthday. So after I finish recording, editing, and doing everything else with this vlog and getting it up, I am going to be going to do karaoke with my roommate. And it's going to be fun! Yeah. Anyways, but a couple interesting things here, though, that I'd like to talk about. Before, as mentioned before, I've got a new computer here now. I wonder if I can... see that? See that? Oh, yeah! He's a beast. He's a beast. No, it doesn't have a name. But, now I can't set on the camera. Whoopsie! Anyways, but yeah, so that's my new computer there. And, things, I completely lost my train of thought. But no, other things here too. CRYENGINE. I don't know how many of you follow the game development scene or game engines or anything like that, but CRYENGINE, the game engine that was used, obviously, for games like Crysis and Far Cry and etc., even Star Citizen, actually, there's a new version, CRYENGINE 5. And why this is important is, for the longest time, or not for the longest time, but back when I was trying to develop games myself, CRYENGINE announced a subscription model through Steam for their engine. And I just wanted to make games. I didn't care about making money off of it, and so of course, if I didn't plan on making money off of it, why would I want to dump a whole lot of money into something now that I'm uncertain about, for one? I mean, I want to make games, but I don't know that I actually can. I don't like wasting money. I mean, I'm more than happy to support a game engine. I mean, they've put a lot of work into that engine. It's a very fantastic game engine and everything. By all means, they do deserve money for it. But at the same time, it's not something I'm willing to play with if I need to sink a lot of money into it. I mean, you know? I mean, as it is, for the 3D modeling I do, I use free applications like Sculptress and the free version of Google SketchUp and everything. I believe there was a free version. Yeah, no, there was a free version that I had downloaded through Google. I don't know if it's still free. I hope it's still free, because I need to re-get that. But so I use Sculptress and that. I've tried using Blender, but that one's just confusing. I mean, but mostly all of my stuff, unless I know I'm going to use it often, I look for free alternatives too, and I just deal with the lack of power it has and make the most of it. And I've made some pretty cool things on Sculptress and SketchUp. But anyways, I'm derailing the conversation, or the topic here. But anyways, CRYENGINE, with CRYENGINE 5, they left the subscription model. Now it's a pay what you want model, and they also introduced a lot more support for indie developers, which I think is absolutely awesome. They've also got an indie developer fund. I mean, because since it's pay what you want, I mean, of course you can pay very little for it. I only paid $50 for my copy, but you can choose how much you want of that, of whatever you choose to pay. You can choose how much of that you want to go to Crytek for their CRYENGINE, and how much you want to go to an indie developer fund that they have, which is freaking awesome. So they require that at least 30% go to the Crytek developers, which is more than okay. I was expecting more of a 50-50 split personally. However, when I did it, I chose to give 20 to Crytek and then 30 toward the Indie Development Fund. And what that fund is, and this is absolutely awesome, is they use that fund to support projects being made by indie developers using the CRYENGINE. So these developers, I mean, they're not going to pick just anyone, because of course they don't want to support the tripe that does get released. I mean, no offense to anyone who is a novice at game design or anything, but there is a lot of trash that gets offloaded in the indie game market. I mean no offense by that. I'm sure you guys, those of you who have developed said trash games, gave it your all or something, but there are also a lot of you, I'm not going to say you, that's not what I'm trying to imply here, but there's also a lot of people out there that's just like, oh, I'm going to put together a game and make a few bucks off Steam. that kind of stuff, no. And that's the kind of things that Crytek's not going to be supporting. However, projects like the miscreated survival game, or other indie projects like that, the promising ones, this indie developer fund is meant for Crytek to use to help support these developers, to help make their games better, or to otherwise help speed up the production of these games, which is absolutely awesome. Like, I wish more companies did like more game engine and everything else. I wish there was more of that. I mean, CRYENGINE's still lacking in the informational scene, especially CRYENGINE 5 now that it's so new. But I expect that there's going to be a lot more tutorials coming out with it. I mean, I feel like they've learned some lessons from the Unity community as well as the Unreal Engine community, because they've also got an asset store now that's actually loaded with a bunch of free assets too. There's actually a Humble Bundle full of assets, including assets from the Rise game and everything that I went and got. That was also pay what you want. I spent $15 on that, and I've got a lot of things to play with now. The thing is with that tier 2, I'm not going to be doing this with the asset kit. I'm only going to be using the assets for things that I either can't make myself or would just take far too long for me to make myself. I mean, exceptions maybe here or there just as are needed. Maybe there's an asset that just fits too perfectly with what I'm trying to design, then sure, I'll use it. But what I don't endorse is people who just go and get all these different assets and then just throw it all together. It is, I mean, you see that a lot with games made on Unity in the indie game scene, especially if you go on Steam. There's a lot of those free indie, or not free, well, there's the free ones too, free indie horror games, or the $10 indie horror games, or some that are ballsy enough to charge up to $18, $20, and it's just like, wait a minute, I saw this same exact room with this same exact layout in this game, and this game. Oh, and that gun model, that was in this game, and this, oh, that character model, I saw that in 3 other games too. That kind of stuff is ridiculous, and that's why I don't think assets should be the be-all, end-all of game design. You want to make something unique. That's what game design should be. You got to make it unique. Game design's an art, in my opinion. Game design is an art and needs to be treated as such. And you don't create an artistic masterpiece by throwing together a whole bunch of other people's work and calling it good. It doesn't work that way. To an extent, you're welcome to borrow from somebody else's works, and that's the whole point of assets, in my opinion, but by no means should you make an entire game just out of other people's assets. No, you need to do more than that, and that's what I want to try to do. I'm going to use the assets more or less as enablers. It's really awesome. I'm really looking forward to trying it out. I can't guarantee I'll get much done. I'm more or less just a hobbyist developer. Just kind of, I develop on a whim, but hopefully I can accomplish something, because I've got a whole lot of ideas up here. The thing I like about CRYENGINE 2 is it's the map design. That's what ultimately sells me on it, is because I think in terms of like drawing and painting, and CRYENGINE allows me to design levels that way. It allows me to throw together a brush and paint things together. It allows me to paint the terrain. Then it allows me to paint the textures on the terrain. Then it allows me to paint the trees onto the terrain and everything else. It feels so, there's a lot of freedom to be had on the level design that CRYENGINE allows you to do, in my opinion. I mean, maybe other game engines like Unity and Unreal Engine can do this too, but I was never able to figure it out if they could. And when I would look up tutorials and stuff on YouTube, I could never see it working that way. Unity got a little bit close, I think, but it still wasn't the same. I think the terrain sculpting was similar, but that was about it. If it could do that same thing, it wasn't as easy to figure out as it is with CRYENGINE. And the other thing here too is Recently I had uploaded another League of Legends video, and I've been going 10 minutes, okay, but I was doing absolutely horrible. In League of Legends, that's a game I really enjoy. I want to be better at it. I know I'm bad, I want to be better at it. So I'm asking you as a community, I know you guys expect a lot of horror games from me and everything, but I'm asking you, since you guys are the ones who watch my content, yes, this is my channel, I can really upload anything I want, but you're the ones watching, so I want your opinion, I want your take on this. Would you be okay if I uploaded League of Legends videos regularly? The reason I ask, since I want to be better at League of Legends, in doing that recording and everything, and when I'm editing it, I see every little mistake that I make. Oh my god, editing that last Jin video, that was a freaking nightmare. I kept wanting to just trash that video because of all the mistakes I made in my gameplay. And some of those ults I had were just absolutely pathetic. But it's because I notice things like that so much easier after I've recorded and then I'm editing the video. Why I would love it if you guys would be okay if I uploaded League of Legends regularly, because I do want to get better at the game. I want to be able to play with better players and be a better player myself. And I feel like recording and editing will actually help me do that, because I notice all those mistakes as I'm editing. But, yeah. Other than that, I do apologize that this isn't a gameplay video, because it was supposed to be. It really was. That was the plan. Speaking of, I am sorry I'm saving this for the very end of the video, but those of you wanting more Metro, I don't know if I said this or not, that was supposed to be the video that was supposed to be today. That will be coming. I did find out how to transfer my original save file from my old computer to my new computer here, so everything is good to go and golden and okie dokie with that. So, be prepared for more Metro. I know not all of you care, but some of you do. Those of you that do, it's coming. It is coming. Soon. I'm going to try to actually aim for Monday. I'm not going to promise. I don't like making promises because I don't know exactly how the weekend's going to play out. And then also those of you that have been watching my like Five Nights at Freddy's and those nights at Rachel's, I am more than happy to play those jump scare games for you, but here's the thing. Games like that, I'm more of a story person. This has been bothering me for a while because I don't like seeing incomplete stuff on my channel, so I just want to get this off my chest right now. Games like Five Nights at Freddy's and those nights at Rachel's, I'm more than happy to play here and there as an off and on type thing, but I am in no way interested in actually completing the games. They're more or less just something I'll play for fun, a spur of the moment. Hey, I feel like screaming like a little girl. I'm gonna play Five Nights at Freddy's. So please don't expect me to make all these series and complete these games, because that's not what I'm about. I personally am not a fan of jump scares. They're fun to an extent, as I want to experience them, but I do not like jump scares otherwise. I love horror games, but to me, horror is not jump scares. To me, horror is atmosphere, and that's what I like. So if you guys actually have any good atmosphere, or rather, any good horror games that rely on atmosphere and sound, especially, not like jump scare loud sound, but like sound that just gives you goosebumps, gives you chills, sounds that make you not want to turn around that corner or open that door. If you know of any horror games like that, please let me know. I want to play them. Because, I mean, in the past, I've played like Silent Hill, or I've played Soma, and my progression's slow, but the more games I play like that, the faster I'll get, because I'll learn to actually open that door regardless of how scared I am. Anyways though, I've been going long enough with this, so thank you all so much for watching. I'm gonna go have some fun with my roommate doing some karaoke here in a bit after I take my dog outside, and I will see each and every single one of you in the next expedition, hopefully. Anyways, thank you for watching, take care, peace out, and I fucked up my outro. Again, my intro, my outro. No. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see each and every one of you in the next expedition. Until then, though, take care, peace out, and ta-ta! Bye now.